Jonesy Babes and Anonymous Jonesy Babes. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about an obsessed father. Yes, an obsessed father who acted like he was his daughter's lover than her dad. Let's get into it because this case is sick. An obsessed father who hoarded his daughter's underwear. He hoarded his daughter's underwear, fled the country by assuming the identity of his twin brother after the body of the young Salt Lake County deputy was found strangled in the home they shared. Hector Ayala, who is 54 years old, had placed a tracking device on the car of his daughter, Marbella Martinez, who was 25, and filled their home with spy cameras before her body was found dead in her bed on August 1st. Investigators say his text messages to his daughter were more of, the nature of a jealous lover than a father, and he confessed his unforgivable sin as he used the ID of his identical twin brother to escape the country hours later. My brother, you know much I love you. I made a big mistake, an unforgivable sin. Now I'm too scared and I don't know what to do, he texts. I think I will never come back. Just sickening. Marbella had only joined the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office on January 11th, but quickly became a cherished friend and integral part of our team, according to Sheriff Rosie Rivera. 3 days before her body was discovered, Martinez Allen had confronted her after tracking her down to nearby Bates Canyon, where she had gone with a romantic partner. Now, the charging documents state that she stayed in a hotel rather than return home after the confrontation, but security footage records her arriving at the house on East 970 North at 11 a.m. on July 31st. Other cameras in the home recorded her walking upstairs at 12:23 p.m. and her father pulling her up to the home in his truck at 2:17 p.m. Any video after his arrival at 2:17 p.m. was deleted or never existed because of the disabling of the cameras after his arrival, and this is all according to the charging documents. That morning, she had called her mother, Barbara Jimenez, to tell her she was not feeling well and was going to tell, work. She was too sick to come in. So Barbara, who was in daily contact with her daughter, received a final text message at 2 p.m. and grew increasingly concerned as her messages went unanswered. Hours later, she contacted her ex-husband, who at first said Marbella was at work and then started avoiding her messages. This is absolutely sick. He responded that he was busy and would call her, call me back later, she told the news outlet from her home in Belize. Then he said he was busy feeding his cats and dogs. Later, he stopped answering me. The by now frantic mother repeatedly attempted to reach her daughter and eventually called her ex-husband's brother, Jesus Martinez, who lives in Salt Lake County, and promised to drop by. I think he got to the house and it was locked, so he asked me to give him 30 more minutes, Jimenez says. Martinez then called back to tell her the police had found Marbella dead in her bed and his brother gone in an 8 a.m. welfare check. When Marbella's uncle called me, he just said, "I'm so sorry," and I knew it. Barbara said, "I could feel something had happened to my daughter, and I know Hector did something to her." Investigators said that Marbella had found a collection of her underwear in her father's room in February, and that text message revealed he was becoming increasingly obsessed and controlling. I really love the look he wrote to a picture she posted on Facebook of herself relaxing on a beach less than 2 weeks before her death. Blood was observed in the victim's mouth, and there were visible apparent fingernail claw marks on the victim's face and neck, the charging document states. Cell phone data suggests that Martinez Ayala, who was originally from Honduras, went to Salt Lake City International Airport after the killing and threw his daughter's phone out of the window as he drove down the I-80. He then flew to San Francisco, then to Houston, investigators said. There are no cell records after the defendant left Houston, but he used his twin brother's ID, like identification, when he landed in another country and is seen on surveillance video. His whereabouts are unknown, but his last known location was outside of the U.S. He was charged in his absence on Friday with murder, 2 counts of obstructing justice, stalking, and unlawful possession of a bank card. He also faces 2 counts of unlawful use of a bank card and unlawful possession of someone else's identification, according to the charges filed in the 3rd District Court. Meanwhile, a memorial service will be held for the young deputy on Monday at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Parish in her native Belize. Tributes to the young officer have blown in friends and colleagues as the search for her father continues. She was such an amazing person and deputy. I'm so glad I got to work with her, wrote Andrea Barnett. I hope she finds peace. That is so disgusting. Oh, your own father. It was an absolute honor working beside you and having you such as a great friend, wrote another colleague. Please rest easy, Martinez. We miss you very deeply, forever and always. Marbella's mom has no doubt that she lost her life to her father. We know he killed her, she said. I just want justice for my daughter. She was beautiful and kind and had the rest of her life to live. Oh, man. This is so disgusting, man. Like, how are you her father and you obsessed with your own daughter? That is so nasty. And then you have a bunch of her panties in your room. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. And then he goes as far as putting tracking devices on her car. He got the whole house filled with spy cameras. Like, this guy is absolutely sick. And then he stole his brother's identification, his whole ID, and fled the country. And I know his twin brother is probably sick about it. You know, it's like, you have a twin brother and he's doing this type of mess, but people look at you and not realizing that you are the good twin and he's the evil twin. You know, I'm pretty sure his brother's going through something right now. It's just sick. It's just really sick. It's just really sick. And I hate that this happened to her, but I hope they catch him soon. I hope they get him. I hope so. Because he murdered his daughter. And I wouldn't be surprised that he murdered her because she wouldn't do you know what with him. He is a monster. He is a monster. Disgusting. Well, that's all I have on this case. I will be keeping an eye on it to bring you guys updates. But please let me know how you feel about this in the comment section. And I will talk to you guys later.